Hello! My name is Kallista, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. In the last episode, Ibuki broke into our cottage. Our door has no lock now. I do hope that gets fixed. But she did direct us towards the restaurant. Apparently she found something here that is a pretty big deal, so let's head up. I honestly have no idea what this could be. I'm thinking, because we haven't really gotten a motive for this chapter yet, so I'm assuming it could be something directing us over to the cinema, because that Wizards of Monomi film, I know Nagito said it wasn't the motive, but I feel like it has to be. It's gotta be involved somehow. It's there for a reason. So I'm thinking maybe cinema tickets, something like that. When I arrived at the restaurant, the first thing I saw was everyone's backs, as if they were forming a circle around something. Hey, what happened? As I said that, I peeked over everyone's shoulders.
I got something I want to say.
Okay! One, that's a cool... Not a bow tie, what the fuck is that? Eye patch! There, why did my brain go bow tie? That's clearly not a fucking... Brain, don't do this to me. One, cool eye patch. Two, you're back. Three, what is this pose? What is this pose? I'm very confused.
Fuyuhiko, is it okay for you to be moving around like this so soon?
Well, he shouldn't be okay.
I find that deeply concerning. He shouldn't be able to do this, but he can. I'm just gonna say this again. Simulation. He wouldn't be able to move like this in real life, but he's not in real life.
Whatever I say after this point, I apologize in advance if I make a mistake.
Okay.
My last name is Kuzuryu. My first name is pronounced Fuyuhiko.
Did he bang his head? Has something happened to his brain? Sir, are you alright?
I'm still an inexperienced member of my family's business. From this point forward, I hope we get along so we can get to know each other better.
I'm assuming he's taken this opportunity as like, okay, let me reintroduce myself. We got off on a bad foot. I just smacked my hand into a cupboard. I'm sorry if you heard that. We got off on the wrong foot. I was being unnecessarily hostile. I realized that was wrong of me. You know, let's move forward. That or he's banged his head. One of those two things. He's got concussion or he's trying to turn over a new leaf. I can't tell which.
You fiend.
Just... what the hell was that?
Huh?
Oh, it's been ages since I've done your voice, mate. I don't know how. Also, my intonations of his voice were based on the fact that, like, oh, he's really aggressive and he's not being aggressive. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how to do your voice without sounding angry as fuck. It's nothing really, just a greeting. There's no way that was just a greeting. And yet, I feel like that was the first time Fuyuhiko ever greeted us. That eye patch of yours.
Nothing.
Oh, it's nothing.
There's no way that's nothing, since that eye is no longer.
So you can't see out of it, huh? Huh. It's only one eye. Besides, don't I look like I've gained some prestige or something?
However,
Fuyuhiko. Madam, again, I get why she's upset. He was involved in the murder of her friend, but Mahiru wasn't innocent either. Just pointing that out. Why are you acting all cool and stuff? Don't you understand the position you're in right now? Hiyoko.
You.
I think you're the only one. If you're trying to say that it's us against him, I think you'll find it's us against you, girl. Do you really think we'll forgive you that easily for what you did?
Understand?
Don't you get it? It's your fault Mahiru is dead. No, not just Mahiru. Peko died because of you too.
Hey!
It's all your fault! And he's not denying that. To be fair, Fuyuhiko has been a remarkably honest person. I was talking to, I think it was Ryan with the surname that I don't know how to pronounce. I think, I'm gonna go and check. 1 second. I was speaking to Ryan because we were debating how much responsibility Fuyuhiko had in the last trial. Ryan's opinion was that Peko had done everything. Peko had orchestrated everything. She was the one who brought the bat. She was, she was hiding and she ran out and backed her, and Fuyuhiko was basically just kind of an innocent bystander. Personally, I disagree with that, because Peko's whole thing was that I am my master's tool, I do what best serves him, and I can't see her deciding to commit murder if Fuyuhiko wasn't on board with that. I personally believe Fuyuhiko when he said, I brought the bat, I was trying to figure out whether I should kill her or not, so I brought the bat, because that was in the game, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it or not. You could make the argument that he was lying, he was trying to back up Peko's statement, but Fuyuhiko hasn't actually lied. He lied once during the trial when he was like, oh yeah, I saw coming back from the when I was going to my cottages, she was walking in the opposite direction, so she couldn't have been at the beach. That's the only time he's been caught out in a lie. The rest of the time, he has been incredibly honest. And also, I just can't see him going along with Peko's story, because if he did, then he was okay with her dying. If he was going along with Peko's story, that means he was like, yep, she's gonna die and I'm okay with that. And that does not fit what I have seen of his character. Maybe later on in the game he turns around and says, yeah, I was cool with her dying, but I don't know that. From everything I've seen of Fuyuhiko, I don't think he would be okay with going along with a plan that would result in Peko's death. So when Fuyuhiko says, I brought the bat, that was on me, I'm inclined to believe him. Like, he has always been remarkably honest. Give me a minute. No, it wasn't Ryan with the surname I can't pronounce. It was Cook with the surname I can't pronounce. Shh. 1 second. I'm so sorry, Cook. I'm so sorry, Cook, for what I am about to do. Schwenkman? I'm gonna go with Cook. I can pronounce that. I'm so sorry if I butchered your surname. But yeah, we were debating how much responsibility Fuyuhiko had in the last trial, and he's always been remarkably honest. He's never denied anything that he's done. Like, from the get-go, he was like, I'm in the yakuza. I've done some shit. fucking take it or leave it. Like, I'm not gonna pretend to be something I'm not. I'm not gonna lie, I think he's one of the most honest characters in the cast. Or one of the more honest, shall we say. Because I'm pretty sure there are some characters who've never lied compared to the one proven lie that we have with Fuyuhiko. I just find that so interesting that the yakuza, the criminal, who you would expect to be lying constantly, doesn't lie. He's actually really honest. And when being confronted by Hiyoko, he's not trying to wiggle out of it, or at least he might. I might be coming in a little bit too soon here. I don't think he would, though. I don't think he'd try to wiggle out of it and be like, no, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. Or, you know, oh, Peko was my friend. I shouldn't be held responsible, blah, 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 blah. Like, I think he'd accept it. He probably does feel responsible for Peko's death. Maybe he feels responsible for Mahiru's death. I don't know, but I don't think he's gonna wriggle out of it. I think he's too honest.
Hiyoko, we've finally been able to get together with everyone. And?
Huh? So what if we're all here? You better not say we're friends or something.
Shut up!
There's no way a killer like him will ever be our friend.
I know.
Yep. He's accepting the responsibility for his actions. His actions have consequences, and he is willing to accept those consequences. I wish the game treated the girls with the same respect. I wish. Yeah, you're right. It's all my fault. I already know that. It's my fault that those two are dead.
You.
Are you planning to just give us your so what attitude? It's not that. As he squeezed out those words, Fuyuhiko suddenly collapsed to the ground. Woo!
Fuyuhiko!
Huh? What the heck? Hey, don't mess with me. Do you really think we're gonna forgive you if you just drop to your knees and cry?
I have a really bad feeling. I don't really know much about the Yakuza. I don't... How do I put this? I like Japan as a country, but I don't like it any more so than any other country out there. I would not personally describe myself as a weeaboo or someone who has an intimate knowledge of Japan and Japanese customs despite not being from Japan. I don't really know much about the Yakuza. However, I recently played an FMV called The Late Shift, which had they were a Chinese gangster family. However, at one stage during the FMV, the Chinese gangsters got out like a bunch of Asian weapons. One of them was like a little mini katana. I don't know what the hell it was called, but they were going on about like death and, you know, like, oh, you've been shamed. Killing yourself would be the only right thing to do. Like, we'd take the little mini katana and twist it like a key in your guts and death would come slowly over hours and it'd be agonizing. I'm just like, that bell is being rung in my head. I'm like, what? Please, no.
Do you really think a half-assed apology will make us forget what you've done?
I don't think he's doing something half-assed.
No, I don't think that at all.
No! Why? Why? No! No, not in the dining room with the food. Huh?
This is... Ah! It's blood! It's blood! Ah!
Oh, I knew. As soon as he dropped to the floor, I was like, don't do it, bud. Don't do it. Ah! Fuyuhiko has slit his own stomach. Huh?
Ah!
What? Are you saying he cut open his own friggin' stomach?
What the...
What? What are you doing? He's repenting. Hiyoko, he's showing he's so sorry by committing ritual suicide. That's...
I didn't think I'd be forgiven with such a half-assed apology.
Oh, Lord! Oh, Lord, he tough! He tough! Shit!
But if I don't do this, my feelings won't feel resolved.
Oh, on one hand, this does feel slightly manipulative. Not gonna lie. Just like, oh, I want to be forgiven, so I'm going to attempt to take my own life. Because, here's the thing, if he sincerely intends to kill himself, because that's the custom within his family, that's fucked up, but I can somewhat understand that. If it's, oh, I want them to forgive me, so I'm going to manipulate their emotions by attempting suicide, that's a whole different story. I'm going to assume this is Fuyuhiko feeling the former. You know, this is the done thing within my family, this is the culture with which I was raised, it is what I know, rather than him going out of his way to manipulate the others with an attempt on his own life. But it does feel slightly manipulative to me.
Fool!
You fool! That doesn't mean you should slice your stomach! We must carry him to the hospital as soon as possible! You're right! Kazuichi, lend me a hand!
This is bad.
Yeah, sure thing! Oh god, and he doesn't want the pity. He doesn't want the pity, he just wants to get there. Stop it! I can walk there myself!
Ah!
There's no way you can walk! Even though I took the time to patch you up, now I need to sew your wounds all over again. Ugh, I feel so ashamed. In the end, I made trouble for everyone again.
Yeah.
Who cares about that? Let's go! The others carried Fuyuhiko out of the restaurant. But for those of us who were left there... Well, this is awkward. How should I start up a conversation?
Well?
Hey, Hiyoko. I've been thinking about this for a while, but... What would Mahiru say about all this? I know you guys were best friends, so what do you think? What would Mahiru say?
What would Mahiru say?
She'd say, fuck him, he's a boy, therefore he's lying, because I hate men, fuck them all. That's what she'd say.
She'd probably get mad. Really mad. And after she got mad...
It's definitely not possible. There's no way it'd be that easy to move on. We never had to think about death until we came to this island. So when we're forced to suddenly confront it, there's no way we'd know how we're supposed to deal with it. We're not that strong.
Hey,
This is a rare occurrence. If you're thinking about saying something inappropriate again, now's not the best time. No, it's not that. Does anyone know where Akane is?
Huh?
Now that you mention it, she's gone. It's so strange for her not to join us for breakfast. I have a bad feeling about that, too. A bad feeling? I mean, hasn't she been acting a little weird these past few days?
How pitiful.
She's always weird. But I'm a little worried, though. She's not the one I'm worried about. An awkward feeling lingered as we finished breakfast. Soon after, we all decided to return to our cottages. I've never felt so fatigued in the morning before. It's probably because of everything that's happened. But I should put that feeling aside and move on. There's no such thing as a useless... Let's try that again. But I should put that feeling aside and move on. There's no such thing as a useless day for us anymore. Free time. Now, here's the question. Will What's-Her-Face be free? Mikan. You just... Okay, she's in her room, so that would imply she's free. Okay, let's head out. Mikan? Hello? Yes. Hello there, my dear. I can't believe someone would actually slit their stomach. What should I do? Should I invite Mikan to hang out? Yes. His life was already saved once, you know. How can he do something like that? I spent time today cheering up a depressed Mikan. It looks like Mikan and I grew a little closer. Would you like to give Mikan a present? Yep. Okay, let's see. I believe we gave her mineral water last time, which means we need to find something a bit better. I'm kind of drawn to the apron dress. It's a bit of a guess, but how do I put it? Based on what I think her personality is like, based on what I think her psyche is, I think she'd like this. So you know what? Let's give this a go. Is it really okay for me to receive such a wonderful item?
Yeah.
Other than dying, I can pretty much do anything. She really like that flippin' heck. Please, order me around whenever you want. About before. It doesn't really matter. I'm sorry I had a weird attitude too.
I'm sorry.
You didn't do anything wrong. It was my fault. That's definitely it. Well, I'm trying to say it was my fault, so... Huh? Hajime, you look pale. Huh? Really? Yes, your blood circulation looks worse than usual. Have you been eating breakfast? Have you been getting enough sleep? Well, I've been eating somewhat, but I guess I'm not getting enough sleep.
Well...
I understand you can't help it since we're in this situation. But try to avoid consuming any stimulants before you sleep. Take deep breaths and do some light stretching. Little things like that should help with the quality of your sleep. if you don't get enough sleep, it can weaken your immune system and lead to various illnesses. So please be careful. Also, is something the matter? No, I'm just a little surprised.
Oh.
I forgot to get a hold of myself again.
I'm sorry.
I'm terribly sorry. I'm terribly sorry. You're wrong. You're amazing. As expected of the ultimate nurse. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just skilled at reading people's faces. It's been like this ever since I was young. I would get beaten up at school and at home a lot. Oh, so she was being abused at home too. Since nobody would treat me when I was hurt, I just did it myself, and eventually I got good at it. That would explain it. That would explain it. That's really it. But I think you have an amazing talent for helping people. I mean, even now, you noticed right away that I wasn't feeling well, right? So thank you for caring about me. I always treated myself for my own sake. But one day I realized something. Sick people and injured people are weaker than me. I'm not surprised by that. I've already said I like Mikan, I don't trust her. I do not trust her a jot because ultimately I think she lies. Again, it's self-preservation. I want people to think I'm weaker than I actually am so that they won't bully me. It doesn't come from a malicious place. It comes from a I want to protect myself from pain place. But she's still lying. She's still hiding herself behind these walls of weakness. So when she says sick and injured people are weaker than me, and I enjoy having a position of power over them that I don't normally have, I'm not surprised by that. Sick people and injured people are weaker than me. Huh?
Well,
I mean, if you ignore a sick or injured person, they won't be able to endure the pain. And if worse comes to worse, they could even die, right? But if I know the proper way to treat them, that means my words are absolute. Which means they'll need me. They'll depend on me completely. That's why I can't leave the sick and the injured alone. Because they always listen to what I say. I thought I was slowly starting to understand Mikan, little by little. But I guess I was completely wrong. Hajime, I said something completely unnecessary again.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to buy you something to drink? I know. I'm also really good at imitating a sea turtle when she's about to lay eggs. What? No, you really don't have to do that. I'm just trying to imagine that impersonation. It doesn't look pretty to me. Huh? Why? If you don't feel well, I'll take care of you with all my might. No, I'm fine. In fact, I'm feeling really energetic all of a sudden. Really? That's great to hear. I don't like that ... at the end. I do not like that ellipsis. That's great to hear. How do I put it? So often, bullies are people who themselves have been bullied. They have been placed into a position where they are submissive to everyone and finally they've snapped. and they're now bullying someone who is weaker than them. And I don't think Mikan is bullying her patients. I'm not saying that, but she's found, oh, sick people are weaker than me. They can't say no. They can't order me to do stuff. And it's... Like I said, I'm not surprised by that. It matches up with a lot of what I thought about Mikan in the first place. It's... Like I said, I don't trust her. I like her. I think she's been through a lot of trauma. And I feel a great deal of empathy for her. I just don't trust her. I just simply do not trust her. Really? That's great to hear. If I show her any weakness, it'll be the end of me. Mikan's report card has been updated based on your experience with her. I kept talking to Mikan and avoided talking about illnesses. I was exhausted when I got back to my room. It's still bright out. There's still plenty of time today. There's no way I can just stay here and do nothing. Maybe I should try going somewhere. Back to Mikan. Okay, where you at now, chicken? Okay, you're not in your room. And you're not there. No. I'd assume she'd probably be at the hospital, but I'm just checking everywhere just to be sure. Yep, she's right there. And again, I'm gonna run. Because we need to get steps for Chibimi number 2. Okay, go. Go, Hajime, move those legs. Run. Past the ranch, onto the bridge. You know, I had a... Just whilst I'm running between islands, I had kind of a weird experience today. I was getting my my eyes checked. I am extremely short-sighted. Like, my 60-something-year-old mother has better eyesight than I have. My eyes are that bad. I am very short-sighted. And I, you know, go to the optometrist. Optometrist? Yeah, optometrist is right, yeah. I'll just finish telling my story. When I go out, I still wear a face mask. To be honest, it's not that I'm necessarily concerned about COVID. It's just that I've noticed since I've been going out wearing a mask, I haven't gotten any colds. To be honest, that's what I'm more concerned about. And as I was walking along, a guy decided to yell at me. And I was walking down the street, he was walking up, so we were walking sort of at each other. He saw me and he started screaming at me because I was wearing a face mask. Now, under normal circumstances, I probably would have been rather intimidated by that, but he was speaking nonsense and he could have been high, so it just... he screamed at me that my mask was preventing my aura from leaving my body, and then he followed that up with, do you know what COVID stands for? Certificate of Virtual ID. It's how the government keeps tracks on you. It was stupid. It was stupid and daft, and I kept walking, I ignored him, and I think he got a little miffed that I wasn't entertaining his nonsense, so he wandered away. It just... some people are twats. I hope Fuyuhiko is resting. What should I do? Should he invite Mikan to hang out? Yep. It might be good if I get some rest while there's time. I won't have a chance if Fuyuhiko's condition worsens. I spent time with Mikan while she took a break. It looks like Mikan and I grew a little closer. Yep, we'll give her a present. We'll give her the other, apron doodad. right there. Is it really okay for me to receive such a wonderful item?
Yeah.
Other than dying, I can pretty much do anything. Please, order me around whenever you want. Are you going to talk to me again today? Mikan must be slowly opening up to me if she's actually asking me that. Regardless, I still feel nervous trying to think of something to talk to her about.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I lost control of myself and said whatever I wanted. No, it's fine. Asking someone if they want to talk is totally normal. But you were making a face like there's nothing to talk to her about. She's pretty perceptive. Changing the subject won't work on her. Just as I thought, I'm a nuisance. No, it's true. I was worrying about what to talk to you about, but I wasn't bothered by that or anything. Besides, if I thought you were a nuisance, I never would have talked to you from the start. I will accept that.
Well...
No one has ever said that to me before. Thank you very much. I'm glad. Looks like she finally understands what I was trying to say. Can I ask you about something? I don't mind. Hajime, did you like school? You mean before I entered Hope's Peak Academy? Let's see. I didn't really like it or hate it. Well, actually, I don't think I liked it all that much. I feel the same way. This is my first time feeling like things... Oh, I completely misread that. I'm sorry. This is my first time feeling things like fun. I felt that for the first time after I met you all. Well, right now we're not really at school. Even so, we're all working together and focusing on the same goal. For the first time, I learned that is very fun. Hajime, I'm glad I came to this island. Because we're in this situation, everyone is finally acknowledging me. And I finally feel useful. Thanks to this irrational, hopeless, dangerous situation. I never thought I'd meet someone who actually thought about our situation like that. Hey, Hajime. Okay. I wasn't expecting that question, but again, I'm not particularly surprised coming from her. Do you know where you should target someone if you want to effectively torture them? What the It looks like I really have to answer this. Head, I don't know. Stomach. I'm drawn to I don't know because don't question how I know this. Okay, don't ask questions, okay? If you target the head, obviously the head is where the brain lives. You could very easily kill someone if you are targeting their head with torture. And the stomach is where the intestines and guts are. If you go too hard on them, you're dead. You are dead. So you wouldn't target either of those places. If you wanted to kill someone, yeah, go for the head or the stomach. But if you just wanted to torture them and keep them alive, you wouldn't go for either of those places. So it has to be I don't know. There's no way I'd know that. It's simple. You can target anywhere, really. As long as you avoid fatal areas like the head and stomach. There are areas that aren't fatal but still very painful, such as the shoulders and back.
Well...
You can punch and kick those areas, or even put a cigarette out on them. Why do I feel like she's talking about herself? Not doing these things, but having these things inflicted upon her. Repeatedly, over and over. But right now, at this very moment, nobody is trying to do that to me. Because of that, this place is like heaven to me. Mikan. Hajime, this is the first time I've ever talked about my feelings like this with someone, so... Please don't hate me. I won't. There's no way I'll hate you.
Thank you very much.
I will accept that. It's not your fault. It's not Mikan's fault. That's definitely for certain. No matter what anyone says, there's no denying it. As I watched Mikan smile, I kept telling myself that over and over in my mind. Mikan's report card has been updated based on your experience with her. I parted ways with Mikan and returned to my room by myself. It's getting dark outside. It's nighttime already. That felt fast. Ever since I arrived at this island, a day passes by abnormally fast because the simulation is speeding things up. Has our door been fixed? Please. The doorbell? Does that mean someone's here? I cautiously walked towards the door and opened it slowly, wary of what might be on the other side.
Nice to have met ya!
It's the past tense of nice to meet ya. You know, since we've already exchanged nice to meet yous. Ibuki, you again.
That's totally it!
Allow me to apologize for surprising you with my sudden visit. I'm sorry! Well, it's a lot better than last time when you broke into my room. You must be the type who holds grudges. My ears and joints hurt. That means you have gout. So, what do you want? Ibuki doesn't get it either, but it looks like an invitation was sent to everyone. Invitation?
Yes!
See? This thing! Oh! Invitation ticket, 9 p.m. at Titi Typhoon. Party for Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu's recovery. Oh. Here's the thing, you say that that's a girl's writing, but wasn't it Hero who had really nice handwriting that was mistaken for a girl's in Trigger Happy Havoc? Because apparently if you have bad handwriting, you're gonna get mucked by a ghost or the Hero believed some crazy shit, I don't know. But, what the? That's totally a girl's writing. Let's see. A recovery party for Fuyuhiko at Titi Typhoon at 9 p.m? What is this? Is this Monokuma's doing again?
Why, you...
How rude! Don't put that in the same category as Monokuma! Is this your doing? I don't know what you're talking about at all! Ibuki just brought the invitation! It's definitely her. Well then, Ibuki has some preparations, so I'll go on ahead. I'll leave it to you. She even said preparations. She's completely behind this. Titi Typhoon is that music venue on the third island, right? 9 p.m. That's in 30 minutes. But even though it's a party for Fuyuhiko's recovery, is he even going to be able to come? After all, he just slit his stomach this morning. But she took the trouble to do this out of goodwill. I guess I should head over to the music venue. Okay, but I am just about out of time for this episode. In the next one, we return to Titty Typhoon to party. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.